All right, hello and welcome to VOP News Update. I'm Moses Humphrey. Now, a fuel tanker caught fire on Wednesday night on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The fire engulfed two trucks, apart from the tanker. The fire, which started at the Olowo-Tedo bus stop end of the highway outward Lagos Lane, had already spread to the Deeper Life Ministry. There's a Deeper Life Ministry compound of the road. Motorists heading outside Lagos were diverted to the Lagos-bound lane from the turning in front of NASFAT camp. Suspected armed headsmen and bandits yesterday reportedly murdered no fewer than 15 persons in some local government areas of Benue, Zamfara, Kebbi, and Nasarawa states. Now, this is just as bandits kidnapped many in the resumed spate of killings and kidnappings across the country. In the attacks, 9 persons were killed and many were injured when armed headsmen invaded 2 local government areas of Benue State. 3 persons were equally killed in Kebbi State, while 11 others were kidnapped in a fresh attack by bandits. Similarly, a medical doctor was killed when gunmen invaded the Awe local government area of Nasarawa State. Kidnappers were also on the loose in Lagos State as 3 people were abducted in Agor Palace Way and Isheri areas of the state yesterday. 2 persons were feared dead on Wednesday in a fire outbreak which occurred at 9 Energies filling station in Asero, Abeokuta, Ogun State. It was gathered that the fire outbreak occurred when a medium tanker was offloading diesel into another tanker. It was further gathered that those who were feared dead from the incident included the driver of the tanker that came to receive the diesel and his assistant. Were some police officers and officials of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, were also on ground to ensure the safety of lives and property. The director of Ogun State Fire Service, Fatai Adefala, confirmed the incident, saying those involved in the fire incident only sustained minor injuries and were rushed to Ogun State Hospital, Ijayi, for medical treatment. Adefala also explained that only 1 tanker was involved in the accident. The Police Public Relations Officer, PPRO, of the State Police Command, Omolola Odutola, confirmed the fire incident but said that she could not confirm whether there were casualties or not. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu yesterday performed the groundbreaking for the development of the Lagos Film City on 100 hectares of land located at K2 Ejirin in the Ekpe area of the state, which is expected to cost $1 million. The governor stated that the film industry has the power to transcend boundaries and bring people together, adding that it has the ability to inspire, entertain, and educate. According to Sanwo-Olu, he believes that through the magic of cinema, he can showcase the rich cultural heritage of Lagos State, tell stories that reflect the shared experiences, and amplify the voices of diverse communities. Earlier, Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Toke Benson Awoyinka, explained that the project is being undertaken through a public-private partnership initiative. In business, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, on Wednesday said the federal government paid a total of 135.23 billion naira to subsidize electricity consumption in the second quarter of 2023. Now, this was made known in the Commission's second quarter of 2023 report pasted on its website in Abuja. NERC said the 135.2 billion naira was spent by government to plug revenue generation shortfall in the power sector in the period under review. It stated that this showed an increase of 99.21 billion naira, representing 275% compared to 36 billion naira it paid in the first quarter of 2023. The report stated that the government incurred a subsidy obligation of 135.23 billion naira in the second quarter of 2023, which is substantially higher than the 36.02 billion naira it incurred in the first quarter of 2023. The government incurred a subsidy obligation of 135.23 billion naira in the second quarter of 2023, which is an increase of 99.21 billion naira, 275%, compared to the 36.02 billion naira incurred in the first quarter of 2023. The Commission stated that the subsidy is due to the absence of cost-reflective tariffs across all distribution companies. It said that the increase recorded in the period was a result of government's policy to harmonize exchange rate. In foreign news, Egypt has agreed to reopen its border crossing with the Gaza Strip to allow aid to reach Palestinians. As the humanitarian crisis worsened for the 2.3 million people trapped in the enclave and anti-Israel protests fled across the Middle East, the region remained volatile in the aftermath of an explosion at Gaza's Al-Ali Al-Arabi hospital late on Tuesday, which Palestinian officials said killed 471 persons and blamed on what they said was an Israeli airstrike. Israel and the U.S. stated that the cause was a failed rocket launch by Islamist militants in Gaza, who denied responsibility. Israel's foreign ministry spokesperson, Leo Hayat, said the death toll from the blast was only several dozens. Demonstrations erupted in the Israeli-occupied Palestinian West Bank, Iran, Jordan, Lebanon, Tunisia, and elsewhere amid outrage across the Middle East over the hospital explosion, where Lebanese security forces fired tear gas and water cannons at protesters throwing projectiles near the U.S. Embassy in Beirut. The U.S. President Joe Biden discussed aid for Gaza with Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi by phone yesterday evening. Well, Biden told reporters that Sisi agreed to open the Rafah crossing from Egypt to Gaza to allow about 20 trucks carrying humanitarian aid into the enclave, where people are desperately short of food, water, fuel, and other essentials after Israel unleashed a blockade and airstrikes 12 days ago. Amid fears the conflict could spread beyond Gaza, Biden had planned to meet Arab leaders, but Jordan called off his planned summit there with Egypt and the Palestinian Authority after the hospital blast. And that's the news update on VOP TV. We'd like you to subscribe and engage us on YouTube. It's Voice of the People TV. And on other social media channels, we are at VOP TV Live. I'm Moses Humphrey. Good morning.